Okay, the directions on this problem are to solve the equation. And when you see the directions that say solve, that means you are trying to get the x alone on one side of the equal sign. You can almost think of it as playing a game. And the way you win at this game is you get the x alone on one side. But you've got to be fair, just like playing a game. If you're going to do something to one side of the equal sign, you have to do it to the other side of the equal sign. It has to stay balanced. The equal sign, another way you can think of that word equals is the same as or balanced out at. It just means the left is the same as the right. So if they're going to stay the same, you have to be fair and do the same thing to both sides. That's the rules of this game. So here I have a -2 sitting right next to an x. Well, a -2 next to an x is an understood times. It means times. They don't even have to put a dot there to show you that it's times. It's understood times. Okay, so how do we undo times? What's the inverse of times? Well, it's divided by. So to get rid of this -2 on the left-hand side of the equation, we're going to divide by -2, but we have to be fair and do that to the other side. Now, the reason I put a line underneath the -2x is that a fraction bar means divided by. So I'm putting a fraction bar on both sides. That's why I use that notation. Okay, so I have -2 divided by -2. Well, that's just 1. All that cancels to 1. So we're left with 1x. And I'm just going to write it as x on the left. The equals I'm going to bring straight down. And on the right, I have 10 divided by -2. Positive divided by negative is always negative. But if you don't have that memorized, you can just do it on your calculator and double check. Okay, you could also write that on your note card, that positive divided by negative is always negative. Now, this is where we could check your answer by evaluating our original at x equals -5. So to double check this, and I'm going to avoid hitting the erase this time. Okay, so I'm going to we could put a -5 in here for the x and check to see if we got it right on the original. And always check back in the original. So we can take -2 times -5. Is that equal to 10? Well, negative times negative is always positive. So yes, that is equal. So we checked that we got the right answer. So x equals -5 is the answer.